influx of people that want to do something different, want to become content creators, want to become entrepreneurs. Like, I get it. And this is coming from someone who is also on that journey, but I think my reasoning might be a little bit different than other people. And the way that people are now, and I'm not just talking about my job, because like I see TikTok videos, like I see the discourse like on Twitter. I talk to my friends. The way that people are so unbearable at their job now, that it's taken us to the fact that we used to prioritize our finances over our mental health. Now we're saying, no, forget that. I'm not about to be stressed out about these jobs. And they will leave before they have anything in the way. And as someone who was an entrepreneur at one point, and one day I would love to get back to that, but the stability of it all was what made me go back to working. And the fact that people would rather take that risk of not having stable income to get away from these people that literally are making hostile work environments, that's saying a lot. And I've had a career for over 10 years. I've been in retail, and I've been a manager for 7 of those years. And I've never had anyone come up to me and be like, oh, like I'm quitting this job because the job is too hard or anything like that. I've had people tell me that if it wasn't for you, I would be gone. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't know where I would be at. If it wasn't for you, I don't know if I would continue my journey with this company. Like, I consider myself to be very empathetic, sympathetic, like everything. Like, I am a human, and I know that people are human too. Why would I treat you like crap, thinking that you're gonna want to come to work for me? Like, it literally makes no sense. So when I come on here and I see people tell their stories about their job and how like their managers, like they're just literal like devils, like devils, to the point to where people are seriously like, you want to know something? I don't need to get paid, because that's 10 times better than sitting up here working for you. And I honestly hate that, because like I said, someone that has been in management, someone who has taken care of their employees, like someone who has made sure that whoever worked for me, with me, under me, above me, made sure that they always felt included, made sure that they always felt heard, seen, and everything like that. It really does hurt to see the nature of these work environments. And I really do feel for people who have to work in these types of environments. I really do. And I pray and I hope and I wish that you can find something better, whether it's taking that leap of faith and going on the entrepreneur journey, the content creator journey. I wish you luck with that if that's where you choose to do, because, you know, I'm trying to do the same thing. But if you choose to stay with your job, I pray for peace over you, because I know, I get it. I hear you, and I'm sorry. I'm not even your manager, and I'm sorry. But I hope that we can all have a conversation about how hostile work environments, we should not be able to deal with them no more. Like, those people got to go today.
This because I want a pity party. I'm so frustrated, okay? Can't be the new girl or the new person at work, because adults don't know how to act like adults anymore. Nobody has respect for anybody anymore. I started this new job, and from the very first day, I introduced myself, I said hi. 1 out of like the 4 people that were there said hi. They started talking about the agency that I was hired through, because through the actual location, I'm hired through an agency because they're struggling to find employees, okay? So they start talking about how we're taking over the agency. Okay, that they don't like it because apparently we're getting paid more. We're not. And on the very first day, one of them that was sitting right next to me commented out loud, why would they bring us somebody that cannot help us? It's my first day. So off the bat, that's how the energy was. And then if they did talk to me, it was in such a hostile way. And I work amongst people that are my age too. That's why why are we acting like we're in high school? Why are we acting like if I keep to myself, like like I don't know, like I'm a bitch. I come to work, I come to clock in, do my job, and clock out. I didn't come to make friends. I didn't come for validation. And I give people basic respect, literally basic respect. They couldn't. Today I walked in, the vibes, I felt the energy, and I just couldn't. I walked out. I literally walked out, and I cried out of frustration because this is so stupid. Like, this is so fucking stupid. From the start, they noticed that I have boundaries at work. They have none. Okay, they have none. They name call each other. They talk to each other any kind of way. That's not how I am at work. My personality is reserved for my friends, my family, my loved ones. My work personality is that's it. It doesn't go beyond that. And they noticed that. They noticed that I have boundaries and I keep to myself. And then they started projecting so much bullshit. They made it their second job to try to humble me with little comments, with trying to leave me out, trying to make me feel like I don't belong there, like they don't want me there. And I don't care. I don't let these things get to me. And they notice that too, because I show up every day with the same attitude, with the same aura, with the same vibe, okay? I go home, I don't feel shitty about myself. When they go home, they probably do. So they want me to feel the exact same. But when I don't, and I show up every morning exactly the same, with the same confidence, with the same thinking that's when their mind is like, think she's better than us. No, I don't think I'm better than anybody. You think I'm better than you. That's what you're projecting your bullshit on. That's why you want me to also feel shitty about myself. That's why you also want me to not have boundaries and to show up with my head down. Oh, that's never gonna be me. I'm sorry. And you wanna know what sucks the most? Is that 2 of those women are Latinas, like me. They're the only 2 that speak Spanish, including me. So, that's gross. I'm sorry. That's just gross. From your own people, that's gross.
I am literally on the cusp of really just giving the fuck up. I'm so exhausted of pretending to be okay and then people still demanding me to be more, to be bigger, to be better for their own personal enjoyment, but not for my own mental fucking health. I find it very exhausting as a woman, as a black woman, as a queer black woman, to have to be everything for everybody. Women want me to be their best friend and confidant and their advice giver and leech all of my energy to bring them joy. Men want me to give them seduction. They want me to smile. They want me to only give the right answers and allow them to be in charge. Society wants me to shut up, go to work, be quiet, do as I'm told. My family wants me to be a support system, consistently giving all of myself as if I haven't become a completely new person since I've been an adult. My boss needs me to be attentive, detail-oriented, focused, as if the world around me isn't completely crumbling into shit and I don't have enough money to pay my goddamn bills or clean water to drink in some areas of America, and then we still have to just smile and pretend like everything's okay. I just have to give too much. It's too fucking much. And I'm really tired. I have this constant need for escapism because I'm trying to bleed out of the skin of capitalist, individualist society, but I am sucked back in because I'm forced to. And I'm really about to quit on y'all and leave this fucking place. I want to leave. I want to leave America. I want to leave corporate world. I want to leave the idea of how I should be a woman. I just want to be. I just want to be without any transcriptions of how I should be. Can I do that? Without any stipulations of anyone getting pissed about what I can and cannot do? That's what I want to do. And I'm about to do that shit, and I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks.
If you are threatening someone's livelihood, if they know they have to show up to work every day, and they're going to deal with a toxic boss, but they have to just suck it up, if they know that they have to deal with someone who has had these microaggressions towards them, if you threaten their livelihood, you can have symptoms that look like PTSD, just as if you were attacked in a very violent way. So you can have avoidance, where you don't want to go to that work, or just walking in triggers you into fight or flight. You can have hypervigilance, where being around certain individuals makes you jump. You can have these cognitive symptoms of depression, poor sleep, poor concentration. All of these are PTSD symptoms related to what the DSM-5 calls life-threatening or assault. But people are having these related to these aggressive, toxic work environments. And the studies are showing that Black women are having these higher rates of PTSD related to workplace stress. We have to validate that this is real, that this is happening, and that it's not their fault. And with trauma, when someone's traumatized, the first thing you do is you make them feel safe. Well, people don't feel safe when they go to work. You stick to a routine. Well, if you're walking into an unpredictable situation where you don't know if someone's gonna throw you under the bus, that's not routine. And you tell them it's not their fault, well, they're blamed. These are the constructs for having the best prognosis for recovering, but Black women are not getting that.
Hey, I just got home from work, and this has been on my mind for a little while now. Like, one of the things that truly get me tight is the OR, IR, all of these procedures that will make a patient NPO all day. The patient hasn't ate, the patient hasn't drank, the patient is looking at everybody else eat. And then at 5, 6 o'clock, oh, never mind, we're gonna reschedule it for tomorrow. The patient can eat. I mean, duh. And it truly bothers me the most when it's an elderly patient. That's when I really just be getting so upset. And I'm not blaming the nurses, I'm not blaming the doctors, I'm not blaming the staff at all. I'm blaming the system. There has to be something that can be changed with that, because there's no reason why people are going all day. Like, could you imagine going all day without even moisturizing your mouth? And some of them don't even be on fluids. They're hungry, they're thirsty, everybody else around them is eating. Then 5 o'clock rolls around, they waited all day. Mind you, they didn't eat from midnight the night before. So now it's 5 o'clock, and as the nurse, you're calling the doctor, you're calling this place, you're calling that place, you're trying to figure out what's going on. Nobody knows what's going on. You're trying to calm down the patient because the patient want to fight you. It's like, something gotta give, something gotta give.
Don't let that job stress you out, sis. Don't let that job stress you out. Going on in your life, if you need a mental break, you take a mental break. Health is so important nowadays, and I don't think people know that there's so many outlets out there that you can take if you're going through it. If you're going through stuff at work, if you're going through stuff in your personal life and you need to take time to yourself, you go to your doctor, you go see your doctor, you pass that note to your HR, and you take the break you need to take care of yourself, because you can't do nothing for yourself if you're not good for yourself. You can't be good for nobody else if you're not good for yourself. Unfortunately, you got to put yourself first. Because these jobs, the same way you got put on, as quick as you got hired, is as quick as they can let you go. You are just a number to them. And at the end of the day, you don't want to risk your health and risk your life because you're so focused on a job where they only see you as a number anyway. So you make sure you take time for yourself. It's Friday. You finish with your work for the day. You log off. You go outside. You get some air. And you keep it moving because you've done everything you can.
Why every single time I get a new job, I always end up hating it and regretting that I left my old job. Like, my new team isn't bad, it's just that I'm very awkward and I'm very shy and reserved, that I don't click with people right away, so I feel like that's my downfall. Even at my old job, it took me so long to even become friends with everyone, so it's super frustrating when I start a new one and it's the same thing over and over. I don't know what's wrong with me. I just don't like sharing a lot of my life to new people. I take a while to warm up to everybody, and if someone is even slightly mean to me, I take it to heart and I get so butthurt and I don't want to talk to them anymore. I don't know why I'm so sensitive. It's really frustrating because I feel like I can't function in real life, and I'm a manager of sorts too, so I need to take that criticism, but it's so hard. Why do I always struggle with this? I literally always struggle with this every single time. Even when I was in school too, it would be so hard for me to make friends because I'm so quiet and I'm so anxious and nervous all the time.
Should you tell your employer that you have a mental illness? Here's my take on it. Maintaining a job with a mental illness is extremely difficult. A lot of our symptoms directly impact our performance at work, and thus we start to question whether or not we should share with our employer what's really going on. Based on my experience, here goes some pros and cons. Pro, you would be surprised at how many jobs are willing to accommodate you once you tell them what's really going on. This could mean working from home, taking time off to attend appointments, or time extensions on projects. Con, your employer may start looking at you differently once you share this information with them. It'd be nice to think that our supervisors are all mature enough to handle this information without judging us, but unfortunately, some are going to judge. These are just a couple, but at the end of the day, you're going to have to weigh the pros and cons on your own and come to a conclusion that you feel like is best for yourself.